Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of TEW 2020 NXT 2.0 here. Last episode, the first episode, we had NXT the Great American Bash, and this week we follow on from that. Tuesday, week 2, July 2022. Great American Bash has come and gone, results on screen. Obviously, if I feel like it went without saying, check it out if you haven't already. It was good. I assume you have seen it though. If you've clicked on this episode, and so the state of NXT is a bit different. New tag champs in Roderick Strong and Damon Kemp, new NA champ in Grayson Waller, new women's tag champs in 2001. Bron Breakker still reigns supreme as NXT champion. So post Great American Bash in the build up to our next NXT event, which I imagine will be SummerSlam weekend, obviously. A lot to get through and a lot to do. So let's just jump into it, shall we, and kick things off with this week's episode of NXT 2.0. And Bron Breakker comes out to the ring. Bron Breakker's in a pretty good mood for Bron Breakker. You know, Bron Breakker still the NXT champion, still the top dog around here. But he says that as the top dog, he knows people are going to step up. Like Cameron Grimes stepping up after losing his North American title, going straight for Bron Breakker. Again, beat at the Great American Bash. So what's next? Well, Bron Breakker says that he is a fighting champion, a fighting head of NXT 2.0, and anyone who wants to step up to Bron Breakker can do so. And first of all, out comes Cameron Grimes. Now, Cameron Grimes defeated by Bron Breakker, Great American Bash, but Cameron Grimes saying that we ain't done yet. Cameron Grimes talking about how Bron Breakker might have got lucky at the Great American Bash, but old Cameron Grimes is still ready to win that NXT championship, still ready to finally take his spot at the top of NXT. So now comes the D'Angelo family, Tony Santos, the boys. And Tony saying that if anyone around here deserves a shot at the head of NXT, as he calls himself, then it's the real Don around here, Tony D'Angelo, you hear me? Cameron Grimes disputing that a bit, him and Tony going back and forth, and out comes the main man, Carmelo Hayes. And Carmelo Hayes saying that, now first of all, Santos, Tony, all y'all Godfather-looking asses, we got trouble already we need to sort out. So I don't want y'all stepping up ahead of line where you don't belong, because if anyone around here deserves a shot at that NXT championship, then it's not Cameron Grimes, who already got his ass handed to him by Bron Breakker. And it's not the two big gangsta Tony D'Angelo and his new favorite lapdog, Santos Escobar. It's Carmelo Hayes. Now don't get it twisted. I don't need a belt. But Carmelo Hayes remains what a belt needs. And I had that NXT North American Championship, and whilst I held it, like it or not, Bron, that was the top championship around here. But now I don't have it. But yet, especially with Triple H back in charge of this circus, what he wants and what he needs is for that NXT championship to be the top prize around here. And the only way that NXT championship becomes the top prize is if it's around the waist of the top superstar. And you see, when I shoot, I don't miss. And I'm calling my shots at you, Bron. And then finally, out comes Wesley. Wesley, the surprising challenger amongst all of this. And Wesley acknowledging that. Saying that maybe he doesn't have the singles championship pedigree of Carmelo Hayes. Maybe he doesn't have the singles experience of Cameron Grimes. Maybe he doesn't have all of this of Tony D'Angelo. But Wesley says he has heart. He has desire. He has courage. He says that he has the foundations of what this brand was built on speed, on athleticism, on being the best. And Wesley C says he has the desire to be the best and to step up to the best. And the best around here right now is Bron Breakker. For a 50, plenty of challengers have arrived. Grimes, D'Angelo, Wesley, Carmelo Hayes, all putting their names into the hat for who should face Bron Breakker.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
When yes, out comes Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, waltzing onto stage, arm still in a sling from his surgery, but suited up to the nines as only Cody Rhodes can be. And the crowd cheering, of course. It takes a few minutes for him to finally get to speak, but Cody Rhodes says, "So this is NXT, huh?" Crowd cheering. And Cody Rhodes says that in that ring is so many top young superstars that are going to go up to WWE. Superstars they're going to dominate, world champions in their superstars. Cody Rhodes says he can't wait to tie it up with. Now, Cody Rhodes says that he'd love to be in the ring last weekend himself, in Money in the Bank, climbing that ladder, becoming Mr. Money in the Bank, being on the road to a date with Destiny, with Roman Reigns for that undisputed WWE Championship. But he's not, obviously, because of this, looking at his cast. And that's okay. Because I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm not going to let that slow me down. It's a bump in the road, but that's all it is. Because my road to Roman Reigns, my road to finally becoming a WWE World Champion, just like my father would have wanted, that's still going. And I know that there's no better place on this planet when the time comes for me to get back in shape, to get back ring ready, than the WWE Performance Center. So I come down to Orlando, and whilst I'm down here, I see Triple H. Now you all know me and Triple H. We've got our history, good and bad. But he spoke to me, and he said that he's got a lot going on up in WWE, of course, right now with everything going on. And he said that he was looking for someone to watch over NXT whilst he was away. And I fought back. I fought back to my father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I fought back to how he spoke of NXT. The brand that he helped build. The American Dream's blood is built into the foundations of NXT. And I fought back to how proud my father was when he was the general manager of NXT. And how fondly he spoke of his time here in NXT. And so, when the time came, when the moment came, when Hunter told me that he was looking for a new man to take over management of NXT, I looked at my arm and I thought of my father, and I realized that there's no better place for me to be right here and right now than this stage. Officially, the new general manager of NXT. Crowd exploding, of course. Cody Rhodes, the new general manager of NXT. And he says that start as you mean to go on, and I mean to go on as a good general manager. Hopefully somehow even close to as good as my father was, and the general managers that came after him, like William Regal. And so I am announcing right here, right now, my first duty of action tonight in the main event. We will crown a number one contender to the NXT Championship. It'll be Cameron Grimes versus Carmelo Hayes versus Tony D'Angelo versus Santos Escobar versus Wes Lee. The crowd exploding. Wes Lee very happy, Grimes happy, Hayes happy, Escobar happy, Tony a bit like, what's this schmuck doing here? About Santos being in the match, but what are you going to do, eh? He's got the numbers advantage with his member of the D'Angelo family, so he has that. 69, how very nice of you, Cody. As yes, Cody Rhodes is the new general manager of NXT. Big. We love Cody. He's out with an injury, so, I mean, why not use him like this? It's fun. 5-way main event later. As we continue on, match announced last week. It is Pretty Deadly taking on Chase U. Pretty Deadly getting soaked in beer from the keg stand by Thea Hale. You know, confronting her, Bodhi and Andre Chase, obviously not taking too kindly to that one. Tag team action match going on. Elton Prince, you know, has enough. Starts chasing Thea Hale around. Thea Hale trips over. Elton Prince standing tall over her. And then in walks Josh Briggs in between the pair. Elton Prince looking at him, thinking better of it, turning around. Brooks Jensen. Elton Prince starts running. They're chasing him. Kit Wilson in the ring. Like, what the hell is this? Distracted, come back. Turns around into Andre Chase, who rolls him up for the 1, 2, 3. Chase you! Chase you! Andre Chase and Bodhi Hayward get the win here following that little bit of a distraction that Pretty Deadly had with Briggs and Jensen. Pretty Deadly and Briggs and Jensen had their thing going on still. 32 for the match is actually pretty decent, honestly. 16 Bodhi, 29 Kit, 30 Elton, 37 Andre Chase. I'm fine with that. That's, once again, pretty good, all things considered. As then we go backstage to an interview. It is Nikita Lyons, I think it is actually, being interviewed by Kelly Kincaid. And Nikita, you know, talking about last week in American Bash, getting involved, stopping Mandy Rose interfering on Team 2001's way to winning the NXT Women's Tag Team titles, and saying that she's had enough of Mandy Rose thinking she's the top dog around here. Nikita Lyons says that Mandy Rose's bark is far worse than her bite, and if you want to see her bite, then you look at Nikita Lyons for that. When in walks Tiffany Stratton, and like, oh my god, like, why are you even interviewing her? Like, what has she done? Like, get involved where she shouldn't? You should be interviewing me. Like, I won last week at the Great American Bash. Oh my god. And Nikita, you know, like, wait, you shut up. And Tiffany not taking too kindly to it. The two women arguing. And Nikita saying that, look, I've had enough of this. You want to settle this? I'll see you in the ring later tonight for 24, which is fine. NXT 2.0, of course, some early decentish ratings. A lot of people need to be built up, so I don't expect like amazing ratings all around everywhere, please. Then we go backstage and we have Grayson Waller celebrating NXT North American Championship. Oh, Grayson Waller. Top dog. Got some gold round my waist finally. It's about damn time, I tell you. Grayson Waller very, very happy. He said, you know, it was a matter of time, honestly. He's Grayson Waller. Finally, he says that the real A-champ round here, Grayson Waller, as it should be. In walks Solo Sikoa. You know, congratulations, Grayson, but just so you know, I got next. You know, Solo. Grayson, not impressed, saying, you got nothing, kid. That felt way more Scottish. You got nothing, kid. That still felt very Scottish. I'm going to stop with the accent. You got nothing, kid. Saying that Grayson Waller's the champ now. And if Solo wants a shot, he can get in line. Because a lot of people, obviously, What a shot of Grayson Waller, the top champion, the top superstar around here. And then in walks also a Mr. Channing Lorenzo. And he says, Grayson, Tony wants his money. You know the deal. He help you. You pay him. Where's the money, Grayson? Grayson saying, tell Tony. I'll get him his money. It's fine. Just go away. I'm not doing something. Just go away. Grayson very happy. Won that championship all by myself. Because I'm Grayson Waller, top dog. And then he turns and he notices Solo still here like, what do you want? And Solo's saying, leaning right in, getting right in Grayson Waller's face. Grayson Waller backing down a little bit. And Solo's saying, I got next. For a 41. Solo's got ever intimidating towards Grayson Waller there. NXT North American Champion, Tony wants his money. That's everything that happened there. Next up, Balor, two big beefy boys. It is Sanga taking on a Mr. Zion Quinn here. They've had their issues in recent times. And in the end, it is Zion Quinn who comes out on top for a 25, which is fine. 23 Sanga, 31 Zion Quinn. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Happy with that. Good. As then we go to a video promo from Joe Gacy. And Joe Gacy, all he wants and all his quest is for an equal NXT 2.0 for everybody. He says NXT showed itself as a very uninclusive place, and NXT 2.0 is sadly showing so many of the same signs. But that is okay, because Joe Gacy is here to make everything better. For 43. Good promo from Joe Gacy. As then we also have another little video promo, a lot of video promos, another little video promo just from Giovanni Vinci. And Giovanni Vinci here to conquer America and NXT. He says he's walked the catwalks of Milan and Paris and London, of course. But now Giovanni Vinci is here, having conquered the catwalk, to conquer America and conquer NXT for 33. Good. Decent little promo from him. As then we have a matchup between Guru Raj and Nathan Frazier. And yeah, Nathan Frazier, very good. I'm a big fan. Trained by Seth Rollins, isn't he? And Guru Raj, no offense to him, he's a little bit of a jobber, isn't he? But Nathan Frazier, of course, does come out on top with the Phoenix Splash for a 24, which is pretty good, honestly. 20 Guru Raj, 32 Nathan Frazier. We take that. Nathan Frazier coming out on top here. Then we go backstage to the Diamond Mine. Roddy and Damon Kemp, new NXT Tag Champs, arguing with the Creed brothers. Ivy Nile there as well. Not very impressed with all this arguing. And the Creed brothers not happy, saying that they knew it at the time, but they wanted to take back even now. And how can Roderick Strong call himself the leader and like he's trying to teach a lesson when he cheated to win last week? And Roderick Strong saying that I did teach you a lesson, didn't I? A very, very important lesson, may I add you. You got to be aware at all times of everything going on. You never know what your opponent's going to do. Legal or less legal. So you have to always be aware, guys. And the Creed Brothers had enough saying, you know what, Roddy? That's fine. Because if you want us to do it like you, we'll do it like you. And we're going to get those NXT Tag Team Championships back no matter what. For 27, Creed Brothers want those belts back, baby. As then we have another Apollo Crews thing. I put Vigilante Vision thing. You know, he does the thing where he sees something going on. He does his little flash forward into the future in his mind of what he'll do. And you see it, but you don't fully see what he's doing in the flash forward. And then it cuts back to him in present time and he says, I know what I need to do. And then he walks off hurriedly for a 51. Nice. Fine from Apollo Crews there. As then next up, we have the matchup earlier between Nikita Lyons and Tiffany Stratton. And the match going well. Nikki Lyons on top. Toxic Attraction trying to interfere, of course. Not happy with Lyons' interference at the Great American Bash. He's jumping on the apron a bit and then rushes out Team 2001. They pull down Gigi and JC and start fighting with them. Mandy Rose is distracted by that, and then she turns around Nikita Lyons, big kick to Mandy's head, sending her flying off the apron as well. Tiffany Stratton coming over to try and take advantage of the distraction, but Nikita Lyons fighting through and coming out on top. Nikita Lyons get the win, 13. Both of these women, a lot of building up to do, but I'm willing to put in the hard graft to do it because I do like them both. They both got 15, so they're both at the same-ish level, which is fine. 13, not the best rating, obviously, but we build and we move because it is what it is. Then we go backstage, interview, Nathan Frazier being interviewed, and he says that, he wants a chance to prove himself on NXT 2.0. He doesn't just want to be, Nathan Frazier, the guy trained by Seth Rollins and getting by based on that. He wants to be Nathan Frazier, really good in ring, really good superstar, champion someday. Nathan Frazier, done very fondly, he wants to do well in NXT. Who doesn't? Storms in Zion Quinn, like, what the hell is this? Interviewing him and not me? This little twerp? What the hell's he done? Huh? I'm Zion Quinn. I'm the biggest thing around here. Not happy. Nathan Fraser not happy with being interrupted. Zion Quinn steps in like, what are you going to do about it then, huh? And then into frame walks Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews says he knew what he had to do. And then he steps in and he says, hey, why don't you pick on someone your own size? And him and Zion Quinn just face to face. And then Zion Quinn maybe thinking better of it for now and walking away. For a 32, which is once again fine. Good work. As then we have the final little segment before the main event. We go to Bron Breakker. We go to commercial. Bron Breakker's with Kelly Kincaid now. And she asks him about the main event. Who does he want to win? Who would he prefer to face? And Bron says that he's champion around here for a reason. And he learned that it doesn't matter who steps up. You got to be at the top of your game. So he says he doesn't care who wins the Fatal 5-Way. Grimes, Hayes, Escobar, D'Angelo, Lee. He says all of them are allowed to talk when they get in the ring. With Bron Breakker, he's going to enjoy taking on and beating any and all of their asses. For a 55, Bron Breakker feeling it, ready for whoever steps up. And then it is main event time. It is Cameron Grimes, Carmelo Hayes, Santos Escobar, Tony D'Angelo, and Wesley in their Fatal 5-Way match. All 5 men wanting to win, all 5 men wanting to become number 1 contender for the for the NXT Championship, even bigger than that. And match goes on, all doing well. We get towards the end. Cameron Grimes hits cave-in on Carmelo Hayes and makes the cover. 1, 2. Wesley out of nowhere, just about managing to break it up. Cameron Grimes not happy. Carmelo Hayes rolling out the ring. Cameron Grimes and Wesley getting into a shouting and shoving matchup. The 2 men fighting it out. Cameron Grimes on top goes for the cave-in, but Wesley managing to, do a front flip out of it or something and turn it into an inverted Frankenstein or something. It's Wesley. He does amazing things, taking down Cameron Grimes and, making the cover of himself when Santos Escobar runs in at about the 1 count, just tosses Wesley from the ring and covers Cameron Grimes himself. 1, 2. Tony D'Angelo appears and breaks it up. What you doing, huh? What's the matter with you? I'm the Don of this family, not you. Get the hell out of here, huh? Tony not happy. Santos not happy about having his pin broken up. Looking at Tony angrily, shaking his head, and then just walking out of the ring and beginning up the ramp. And Tony saying, exactly, huh? That's it, I'm the Don. I'm the top dog around here. Tony, maybe getting a bit into himself, maybe spending a bit too much time talking. Cameron Grimes still on the mats. But then Tony quickly joining him as flying through the air is Carmelo Hayes, who hits the flying leg drop off the top rope that he does onto Tony D'Angelo before covering him for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner and the number 1 contender to Bron Breakker's NXT Championship is Carmelo Hayes. For a 53, good match, honestly. 55 Wesley, 53 Cameron Grimes, 58 Santos Escobar, 47 Carmelo Hayes, 34 Tony D'Angelo. All done well, all done good. Good main event. As it is Carmelo Hayes, a lot of stuff goes on in the match, but maybe can lead to stuff down the line, who knows. But most important part is Carmelo Hayes gets the win. He stands tall, him and Trick Williams celebrating. Carmelo Hayes going up the ramp, the A champion standing tall when the sirens blare, and storms out, of course, the NXT champion Bron Breakker. And NXT just goes off the air with Carmelo Hayes and Bron Breakker. Kind of when you think of them, the two top, the two faces, the two top dogs of this NXT 2.0. Ever since it went to NXT 2.0, it was Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes really as like the two main guys of this new crop that you looked out and you said, those guys are it. Those are the guys. And here they are, finally. The inevitable Bron Breakker, Carmelo Hayes, face to face with that NXT championship between them. For a 62, good final segment, good overall show. I'm happy with it. Like I said earlier, peaks and valleys in NXT's 2.0 at the moment. A lot of people still need to be built up in that rating and pop-wise, but that is fine. I'm willing to do it, and I'm happy to do it because I do love NXT 2.0 and these superstars. For a 56, a lot of big stuff, but the two highlights really, Carmelo Hayes and Bron Breakker have their date with Destiny confirmed for that NXT Championship, and the biggest thing, of course, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the General Manager of NXT 2.0. But that is going to be it for today now. I really hope you've enjoyed, because I have. I do enjoy booking this because I'm a big fan of NXT 2.0. I don't care about the low ratings. I just want to book the people, honestly, and hopefully the ratings will just go up as I enjoy doing that. And I hope you have enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below, what you hope to see in NXT 2.0 in this series or IRL, your choice. And if you are enjoying and you have enjoyed it, and I do hope you are and you have, why don't you leave a like and subscribe for more. Check out the other TEW series on the channel. If you haven't already, there's plenty to choose from. We've got experiments, we've got predictions for the future of what's to come in Superstar's career. We've got the Squid Games if you're really into that. If you'd like another, episodic series like this, then we do have my WWE series, which, when I describe it, I just, the main thing to point out is it has featured Universal Champion Thaddeus Bullard, Titus O'Neil, and he did beat Undertaker in a casket match for the Intercontinental title in episode 1, if you're wondering what type of series that is. So you're obviously going to rush over and check that out now if you haven't already, because I've said that. So I'll just leave this episode off here and say, as always, thank you for watching.